Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is a random video in the middle of the week, not uploading on a Saturday. And in this video, I am playing around with the Natasha Denona Love Palette. Now, this palette I got yesterday. I ordered it like a week ago. I think it is so beautiful. I love the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, which is the same like smaller version of her eyeshadow palettes, just like this one is. And I completely fell in love with it when I bought it, so I decided that I would get this one too. And I think the formulas are very similar, if not exactly the same, and I just wanted to play around with it and make a little video, so that is why I'm uploading this bonus video. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So the first shade that I am going to go in with, I don't know, I used this palette this morning and I was actually just gonna film this look and do the look that I did this morning, but I want to like play around with it a little bit more. I'm gonna get a transition shade going first, so I'm going to take a fluffy fluffy blending brush. This one is by ColourPop and it is the E15, and I'm going to take the shade Valentine. This is actually how I started this morning, and diffuse that across my crease. I'm gonna get pretty messy with it because I kind of just want it to be everywhere. Well, I'm filming this on the day when Bretman Rock released his collab. Okay, so Bretman Rock just restocked his Wet n Wild collab, and I bought all the lip glosses. My roommate Ariana is trying to buy the palette right now, and it was very stressful for us. So I think the next shade that I'm going to go in with is the shade Intense, and tap off my brush because I just want a little bit of this in my crease, because then I'm going to go in with Heart, and I want it to like fade nicely into Heart. Ooh, but I do be glowing though. So next I'm going to take a even smaller, more precise blending brush. I'm going to take the shade Heart. This one I'm really going to tap off the excess because it's like a bright red eyeshadow. And I don't use like bright reds like this very often, so I'm a little nervous, I guess you could say. Oh, okay. Maybe not the best brush choice, so I guess we're just going to throw the color in there and then go back and blend it out. So I put the color in the crease, and now I'm going to go back into this blending brush. I'm gonna mix Intense and Valentine, which are the first two shades we use, and start trying to blend out that red. Ooh, this is blending really easily. I really have never used vibrant bright red eyeshadows before. I think I used the bright red in the, I just went through so many names in my head and none of them were right, James Charles palette, but obviously the Morphe eyeshadow formula and the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula is very different. So it's interesting to see how they compare to each other. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that red. This time I'm going to try to just get it a little bit more vibrant here. So now I'm going to go in with a clean, fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to just go over these edges. And I also think after I go over these edges like this, I'm going to take the shade First, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm going to use that to kind of diffuse the edges just a little bit more. So that is just about where I want it to be. Next, I think I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Commitment, which is the darkest shade in the palette, and it looks like it's a black, but it's actually kind of like a shimmery, super dark purple, but it's really dark purple. And I'm going to start putting this right here in the very outermost corner of my eye. On the eye, it's definitely pulling and looking more purple, but really when it's in the pan, it does look like it is black. I feel like putting this purple here in the outer crease has now made the red look very pink. It did look a little bit pink before, but you could definitely tell that it was like supposed to be a red, and now it just looks like it's pulling more pink because of the purple. So I think I'm going to try to go back in with some of the red just to see if I can get it to look more red and not pink. So as you can see, I put more red here, and it definitely is making it look more red and less pink. I'm trying to use as many shades as possible. There's no way I'm going to be able to use all the shades in this palette, but I'm going to take the color Passion on my finger, and I'm going to put it kind of on the middle third of my eyelid. This color, definitely one of my favorites in the palette. I feel like Natasha Denona eyeshadows are that formula that never really swatches that well, but then when you put it on the eye, something about it just completely changes and it looks so beautiful. So next, on the inner third of my eye, I'm going to take the shade Giving and press that onto the inner third here, this little empty space, and kind of blend it with my finger into Passion just so they fade really well into each other. I might go back in and see if I can get some of the red to show up, because that was the goal, to see some of the red peeking through. I'm gonna go back in and re-intensify that shade Passion, and I'm going to also re-intensify Commitment on the outer corner. Now that I have everything just kind of like built and placed where I want to, I can really start working to get the exact blend that I want and the exact amount of pigmentation that I want each color to be. So now I'm going back in with that shade Heart and very lightly blending it kind of over the top edges of these shimmer shades, just to see, honestly, if I can get a little bit of the red to peek through. I'm going to take this little brush that I have been using on the red shade, and I'm going to take the little bit that's left over on the brush and just like lightly blend it over my lower lash line.
So I'm not really going in with full pigment.
Next, I'm going to take Commitment on my little Makeup Geek small crease brush, and I'm going to put that right here on the outer corner, kind of connecting it to the little bit of Commitment that we have up on the outer V. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a purple eyeliner that I have. So this is by Sugar Cosmetics something. It's the Stroke of Genius Heavy Duty Kohl liner in the shade Purple Rain. So I actually took this from my mom. She got it in an Ipsy, and I'm going to put it in my waterline. Next, I'm going to take this little flat, like kind of fluffy, like shader brush, and I'm going to take the shade First and put that on my brow bone for a little brow bone matte highlight moment. I'm going to take, I know this is an Equal Tools brush, but I have no clue what brush it is. Again, I've had it for years, label's worn off. And I'm gonna take the shade Transparent, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Oh my gosh, that is so bright. Can you not? We'll wait it out. Go behind a cloud or something. Okay, I'm gonna film the rest of it from right here, I guess. I'm actually going to take the shade Giving as well and just put a little bit of that on top of it. Next, I'm going to pick out a lipstick to complete this look, or maybe a lip gloss. Huh. We'll see where the wind takes us. What do I do? Do I do like a big clip? What is this one? Nope, doesn't look good together. How about we'll take Happy Thoughts. Good. Oh, this looks too dark. Actually, looks really good. I'm going in with the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Happy Thoughts. So that is it for this eye look. This was a very random impromptu video using the new Natasha Denona Love Palette. This light is blinding me. I really was not planning on filming today, but I just wanted to play around with this palette because I love it. It is my newest baby. It's so good. And I really like the little look that I was able to come up with. And I think that this lipstick matches it so well. I think it just looks so pretty. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and maybe like this video. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.